Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. So, let's talk about Danny for a minute. I don't, I don't understand what these two dingbat women see in this man. I don't understand it. I don't get it. This guy comes across as a himbo, okay? Very ditzy. Phyllis, for the life of me, decides to throw herself. Well, to be honest, Phyllis is not exactly that much of a prize because she's kind of annoying, but she throws herself at Danny. You know, I'm like, bro, if you don't want to be with her, just say that. She literally throws herself like kisses on him, and then I'm like, he doesn't sit there and tell her no. He's not like, hey, listen, I'm seeing Christine. I want to sit there and see where this goes or whatever. He comes up with the most non-verbal ways to sit there practically telling this woman, I don't think we're right for each other. It's like he's going around in circles. He didn't just flat out say no, and I get it. He's not in a relationship with Christine, right? And they're not actually officially a couple or anything like that. So I get that, but this woman wants to be with you, and you literally sitting there kissing this woman back. You're not actually being forceful by sitting there saying no, this is not going to work or anything like that. You're just like, let's just forget this even happened. Meanwhile, Christine, keep on Christina. Christine finds out from Daniel, that Phyllis is talking to Danny with Lauren and Michael. And, Christine's like, oh, there go Phyllis, they're trying to make everything a competition and spoil my happiness and this, that, and the third. So she goes to Daniel's place because, this is where Danny's living at instead of actually his own place or a hotel or anything like that. And she sees Phyllis there. Phyllis leaves, they talk for a little bit, and he's able to sit there and snow this woman over like the blonde idiot that she is, and she starts kissing him. And I'm like, well, you're so close to this man. You're telling me that you don't smell another woman's perfume on him? You can't. Look at this stupid. Clearly she is, because she actually kisses him, and I'm just like, hey. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. But I could really talk about that ish for hours. Devon and Tucker. Devon is outraged at, the scandal that's involved with Tucker, saying that, poor judge of character and kind of a terrible person, you're kind of a scumbag, right? Now, again, to my understanding of what Tucker and Audra said, was that, Tucker wasn't really hands on with the company, right? The stuff happened. He came in and after, and he cleaned up the mess. Well, he covered up the terrible cover up job that the PR team did. So it already happened. The stuff has already happened. He's already in jail. All this stuff transpired when he wasn't actually at the company. But he doesn't look at it that way, so he just starts lambasting. And, Tucker's like, listen, this happened years ago. It doesn't reflect on who I am now. It, it doesn't if he's grown and changed. But when Devon brings up all the stuff that he's did since he got back to town, it's like, well, yeah, but you're still kind of a scumbag in a way now, right? Now, That's how I look at this situation. Sometimes you gotta love somebody from a distance, right? And I'm not saying you gotta give up on your children and stuff like that, but there's only so many times you can sit there and just be kicking the teeth and being like, you know, constantly sit there, shut down and insult and everything like that before you're like, you know what, listen, let me just give you some space. Because towards the end, he was talking about just leaving town. And I'm like, good. You need some space from Devon because he's not giving you an inch. A little bit of progress that he has tried to give you an inch, there's always been something that you either covered up or you lied to him, right? So he's not completely innocent in this whole Devon can't stand you thing either. But that's why I was just like, bro, just give it a rest right now, you know? Love him from a distance. But that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. You have to accept that. You have to accept reality. Ashley is clearly not okay um, with ruining him. You know, she wants to defend her family, but she doesn't. She still loves him. She still has feelings for him. So when Diane is like, "Oh, are you having second thoughts?" It's like, I mean, do I have second thoughts about ruining a man's life? I mean, yeah. Um, but I'm doing this because I'm doing this, like, because I have to. It just kind of reminds her, listen, we may be civil. That's as far as it's gonna go. I'm doing this for Jack. Let's just leave it at that. Tucker is not Tucker. Audra is freaking out, and she goes on a TV or a tablet. So the actor's name is Brad Sanders. He was on JOJ Media's channel, James, and he was being a gospel king or whatever, talking about all the stuff that's been going on with Tucker, all of it. I was just freaking out because I was just like, eventually they're gonna sit there and find out who I am. Because the guy, I remember his character's name was like, well, I'm gonna sit there and find him. Like I'm gonna sit there and find anyone else that's associated with the scandal, and they're gonna be burned to light too. So now she's freaking out. Kyle finished talking to his mom, so goes to Audra, and Audra's pissed. She's livid at his family and not warning him and just all this stuff. And she's freaking out. And Kyle's like, listen, you guys don't want to sit there and ride with me because he's just like, listen, we played each other. We've been playing each other from the start. You're just upset that you can't just play me without me playing you. You're so used to sitting there getting one over on people that you're not used to being on equal footing with someone. But he's like, yo, listen, you're going to sit there now, you're going to ride with me or whatever. So Tucker comes in, and Tucker's not there questioning him, and Kyle's like, "Listen, I got that new product or whatever that's gonna be coming out soon. So you either want it, or you just gonna sit there and be licking your wounds and waving the right flag." He leaves, and I just like, "Are you giving up? Are you surrendering? What's going on?" Because actually at this point, it's like, listen, if you're gonna call it a rap, and I need to sit there and hitch my chance to somebody else. Audrey's the type of person that always says she's going to land on her feet. She always looks out for number one. What a hire going to actually do when this whole scandal comes out, like, is Newman's going to sit there and throw it to the wolves? Like, is Victor be like, yeah, we like you, but you come in with too much baggage? Because Victor, you never know with that guy. I called him an erratic dick for a reason. I don't know what's going to wind up going on with that. So you got that going on. No, I feel like that's actually about it. Let me double check. Yeah, Kyle and Diane was pretty much celebrating that man's downfall. I mean, it's bad. Bad. It's one of those things where it's like, I remember Jack. No, I remember Billy wanted to sit there and drive a wedge between Devon and Tucker because that'd be his other reason. Without that connection, he'll leave town. The business world is closed out. His family line of connection is closed out. He'll leave. Jack was like, I don't want to do that. Didn't even really matter towards the end because Devon decided to do that for them. So I feel like that's about it. All in all, also didn't say it was a good episode. I've been liking YNR lately. It's actually been doing pretty well. Better than GH in my opinion. I don't know what the hell's going on with GH. But yeah, YNR has actually been doing pretty well. I've been enjoying the episodes. Yesterday was good. Today's episode was good. Even if it wasn't super crazy, it was still better than GH. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. If I missed anything, to do, come to a live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless, and I will see you in the next video.